Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. 2023 is coming to an end, guys, and we have a lot of positive things that happened in 2023 IRL and of course in Raid Shadow Legends as well. So this video is kind of more of a reflection of what happened IRL and in-game. Plus we will have a giveaway, guys. 5 lucky winners will get to win a legendary skill tome, 5-star chicken, some energy, and some other goodies. All you gotta do to enter the giveaway, guys, is be a subscriber to the channel. Make sure you smash a like and drop a comment below. And let me know what is the best thing that happened to you IRL in 2023, and what do you think is the best thing that happened in Raid Shadow Legends in 2023. Next tweet, make sure you guys are copying the in-game ID, because this is the only way how Plarium will be able to send you the rewards if you are winning. Big shout out to Plarium for organizing this giveaway for us, guys. So I feel like the best way to start it, guys, is by going with the IRL. I feel like IRL wise, I accomplished the best thing ever. You know, I became a dad, and yeah, honestly, a lot of people are always giving you that old man advice: don't get married, don't make kids, you're gonna regret it later on, you know. But I feel so accomplished. Okay, I feel like it's honestly the best thing that happened to me is to have a kid. I'm just loving it to the maximum. I knew that I will love it, but I did not expect it to love it as much as I do, you know. And just seeing the little one growing and stuff is just amazing. Probably some of you guys saw him in the other video a few days ago, or probably you've seen him before on one of the stream, or actually multiple streams. But yeah, I feel like that's literally the best thing that happened to me in 2023, and I feel like it's the best thing that can happen to anyone, you know. So yeah, generally 2023 was an amazing year for me. I feel super accomplished and super happy with everything that happened in 2023. A big shout out to all of you guys that are constantly supporting the channel, you know, watching the videos and just being around, man. You know, it definitely means a lot, and much love to every single one of you guys. Talking about Raid Shadow Legends, a lot of things happen in Raid Shadow Legends. Good things, bad things. But let's actually pause a moment and focus on the good things that happen. And I'm very curious to hear your thoughts as well. What do you think is the best thing that happened in Raid Shadow Legends in 2023? Now, I might be a bit on and off with some of the things that happened this year, because I'm not 100% sure how many of the things that I will name happened this year and not last year, because honestly, so many things happened that I kind of like lost the time frame of the things, you know. Let's start with the most recent edition, the Cursed series. Honestly, this was so well received by the community, and personally, I really think is an awesome piece of content. Yeah, some of you guys might not really love the idea of having kind of like secret rooms restrictions in here, having double bosses, only having a brand new boss. But I feel like this model of gameplay will allow Plarium to build so many different things on top of it. Like, the possibilities with this are limitless, you know. Yes, we only got a brand new boss, but was very challenging and very enjoyable to defeat the boss. I'm still saving this last area, guys. I just did not have the time to dive into it. I want to make it on videos, because this will be the challenging part where a lot of people will struggle, especially this stage right here. So as soon as the Christmas is over, guys, I'll be diving onto defeating stage 19 on the Soul Cross, and yeah, that will be a good challenge. The rewards are pretty good. You're getting new gear sets, which are amazing. They're super powerful. You do have a chance to summon Mythical Champions. We do have a Mythical Champion as a reward. So overall, I feel like awesome stuff from Plarium with this content. We have 2 difficulties, and we will have 5 rotations, if I'm not mistaken, in total. That will definitely bring out a lot of champions from the vaults, you know, which I think is a good thing, because that was the main thing that felt lacking in the last year or so in Raid, the diversity of champions that we are using. And I know a lot of people are not able to defeat everything in here, but what I like about this content is that the difficulty is gradually increasing, and you can pick your own path. In the Doom Tower, for example, if you're stuck on the Bommel, you're going to be stuck there the entire month if you cannot defeat it. You cannot do nothing else. Here, at least you can find different ways to go around. Okay, I don't have champions from these factions to defeat these, but hey, maybe I can go around from here. I can defeat these 2 bosses and then make my way up to the boss from the other side, you know? So having these options on the table, I feel like is definitely very good for every single player, you know? and having, of course, different difficulties. The next thing that got released in Raid Shadow Legends was the live arena. Now, with the live arena, I'm kind of like 50-50, you know. I did a lot of live arena at the beginning. I've got my Quintus. Then I honestly felt like there's no incentive for me to do it except the Great Hall, which honestly can wait, is not a problem. The rewards are pretty meh from live arena, and hopefully Plarium will look at it and improve them in the future, you know, because it's really not worth it to spend so much time in here. The main frustration for me was spending 5 minutes not finding an opponent. I already wasted 5 minutes. Then, if you find opponents, sometimes you're gonna get the same opponent over and over again. Now, for me, it's fine to take an L every now and then. I don't mind losing, you know. I know that I cannot win every single fight in the game and just in live generally. You just need to know how to take an L every now and then. I know for a lot of people, they don't like the idea of losing, and for Classic Arena is a bit different, you know, like you're gonna win most of the times. Here is a bit different, and yeah, I understand why a lot of people probably are not interested in the game mode. For me, the main thing is the schedule. I just don't seem to be able to play live arena at these times. I'm just doing something else all the time. Either I'm working, either in the evening I might want to spend time with the family, you know, so it's pretty hard for me to play it during these time slots. And I mentioned this many times. I feel like I'm not the only one. I feel like a lot of people will have these sort of issues. So some adjustment to the schedule, maybe rotating schedules every week to be a bit different, or every month to be a bit different, could be something something interesting, you know. I was actually probably like what, top 40 when I was doing live arena. I dropped all the way to 705 because I'm not playing it almost at all, you know. Probably I do a couple of fights every month. Even though they added a primal quartz to it, it's just not enough for me, you know. It's not enough for me. And yeah, hopefully this game mode will continue to improve, to be a bit more interesting. Get some cosmetics from here, get avatars, get something that's more interesting next to good rewards. Then of course we got tons of content with the dungeons. Okay, Iron Twins Fortress and the Sand Devil's Necropolis, they were both from last year. Sand Devil's Necropolis, I feel like it got released approximately 1 year ago. I feel like in December or November last year. I'm not 100% sure anymore. The Phantom Shogun was added this year and was a pretty interesting challenge at the beginning. I like getting new bosses, getting new teams up and running, new challenges. The thing with this content as well is not as rewarding because the Ascension on accessories is honestly not really improving your stats by wow. It's still very good, but it's not so good like the Sand Devil's Necropolis. And of course, there's a lot of RNG in here. But overall, this was not that well received by the community because most of this content requires you to use energy. It requires specific teams, especially the Sand Devil's Necropolis is such a challenging boss. My God, extremely hard to defeat this boss, you know. And yeah, these are a couple of new dungeons, but how I mentioned the Sand Devils is from last year. I'm pretty convinced about it. We got new difficulty on the regular dungeons. I feel like this definitely happened this year, not last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. These were pretty interesting, actually. I liked how they changed the skills on the bosses. They brought in fresh metas, fresh teams, and I liked it, you know. Especially the spider. It actually felt easier than the previous one, you know, because you just had to nuke the spiderlings, and there were so many different strategies that were working against this rather than just HP burn or enemy max HP nukes, you know. So overall, I really enjoyed the new difficulty on dungeons. The Fire Knight, so freaking challenging. Was such a challenging thing to get a nice team up and running at the beginning before we had Newt. My God, if you guys remember, I know everybody was saying that you gotta use Cardiel, you gotta use Valkyrie, and it was true. Without them, it was so hard to get a team up and running on this stage, and it was like 3 minutes long or something like that to defeat it. Then of course we had Newt as a fusion, which probably was the best thing that happened in 2023 almost, as at least for fusions. Newt was such a game changer for every single person that got the champion. The best enemy max HP nuker for pretty much all the content except Hydra. Even in Hydra, he's so powerful. The only other champion that can compete with him is Acrisia, of course, you know. So definitely a solid, solid champion. But how you may notice, my team is disgusting on the Fire Knight. The stats are disgusting on these champions. And just so you get an idea, with the Fire Knight stats, like this is my Traxa. 8.4k attack, 245 speed, full crit, 350 crit damage on Savage, okay? So this is what sort of stats you need in order to farm this dungeon on a decent time, you know? I'm killing this on like a minute and something. If no, stage 6 is definitely pretty good for a lot of people, but I like the idea of having mythical gear, right? So that's kind of like what happened. They added mythical gear. Another thing that happened, some of the gear sets got buffed, and the curse set became wow, okay? So that gave us a reason to farm the Ice Golem, and the curse set is so good for the Hydra Clan boss, guys. It boosts the damage quite a bit for pretty much every team that you are running, so this is definitely a thumbs up. I was definitely not expecting it in 1,000 years for them to change the curse set like this, you know? Maybe I thought that they would buff it to 100% heal reduction or who knows what, but I was not expecting it to see it completely change. And I feel like it's definitely an awesome, awesome touch from Plarium. Then, of course, what else happened in 2023, guys? We got a Hydra Clash, and we got Mythical Champions. I don't have a Mythical Champion yet, but we do have the Fusion, which honestly, I'm almost close to complete it. I'm missing 2 Epics. This one right here and Lady Quillin. Once I'm going to acquire these 2 Epics, I'm going to get my first Mythical Champion. Now, I love the idea of Mythical Champions and how they can swap forms. This is a good counter for champions like Warlord, Yumeko, because they're not going to get locked. They will be able to use these skills and change form and then have all the skills active. And they just look amazing. Like, just the animation for it. And it's such a cool idea. And I like seeing that we have a boss that does it, but he doesn't actually swap forms, you know? Just deals different things with the skills, basically, you know? Overall, yeah, Mythical Champions, they weren't received extremely well, mainly because of the price point, and we were not able to farm those shards. We do have multiple areas from where we can farm the primal shards now, so that's a bit better. We got 15x, which is not the perfect thing. Not replacing the 10x, but it's a bit better. And we got these prism crystals, which are okay if you're a spender. You know, if you're a spender, it's definitely a good way to try and get the champions that you want, 100%. But if you're not a spender, they're not that amazing overall. And of course, the Hydra Clash. Now, the Hydra Clash created a lot of drama in the community, guys. We had champions that are completely destroying Hydra, one person winning against an entire clan if you have the right champion. And it's the same right now. This definitely needs an adjustment. We have Tranda, which is at the top right now. They don't need to nerf her. Just remove the enemy max HP cap. Allow other champions to be able to reach insane damage and compete with the other champions. Having just one team dominating this game mode completely, first was Corporal and Cadaver, now it's Tranda, is just no fun overall. And I feel like the main thing that's not fun with this, for a lot of people out there, is that you are only getting rewards if you place in top 3. So 2 clans are always getting nothing, okay? And I feel like that's definitely putting off a lot of people from even trying. It did create a massive engagement with the game mode. Like, a lot of people will try to improve their teams and stuff. So that's good, but at the same time, I feel like it does need a lot of work overall to be a better game mode. A lot of people wish that this was never added to the game, you know. But I feel like this is pretty much everything that kind of happened in Raid Shadow Legends in 2023. Of course, we got a new Great Hall as well, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below which one of them you think is the best thing out of all of them. Personally, I think it's the City of Sintranos. I really think the Curse series is the best thing that happened to Raid Shadow Legends in 2023. New gear sets that will reduce the time that we are spending in dungeons, will save us some energy or gems that can be used on different resources now, and overall, it's pretty enjoyable and will be enjoyable for the foreseeable future. We'll have a lot of new challenges with every single rotation. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts as well. And another thing that I do kind of like want to mention, to give a shout out to one creator that was an inspiration for me in 2023, kind of like a model, you know. And I gotta give the crown to Ash here, man. Like, such an awesome dude, not only as a content creator, you know, but just as a person in general. And yeah, I feel like I'm always learning a lot of things from him, you know. I'm constantly talking to him as well, guys. And I feel like, yeah, it definitely helped me a lot in my content creator journey, you know, overall. So big shout out to Ash, an awesome person. And yeah, guys, that was all for this video. Just wanted to share a bit, kind of like my thoughts on everything that happened in 2023 and stuff. Much love to you guys as well. How I mentioned, I wouldn't be here without you guys. So much love to every single one of you guys. And I will catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.